guys, it's Melanie. Happy Tuesday. So today I'm going to do a video for you guys that was requested by one of my subscribers, and I believe her name was LZ. I think that was the channel name. I think that's what I have in my head. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I thought this was a really kind of neat idea for a video, and what she asked was for my top favorite candle companies, and I decided to go ahead and just make it my top 5 favorite home fragrance companies. And then I'm also going to share with you 4 companies that I am wanting to try next year to be able to share some different brands with you guys that I don't normally tend to talk about on my channel. So I'm going to go ahead and dive right in. The first is obviously Bath and Body Works. I really tend to gravitate towards Bath and Body Works candles because they usually are on a pretty decent sale and you can use coupons, and that just brings the cost down to a pretty reasonable price per candle. And I go through them quickly, so I'm able to finish a candle in usually less than a week, and I'm able to move on to something new, and I find that really satisfying. There's also something kind of obnoxious about that in the same vein, you know, where you are really enjoying a candle and it seems to just like you just blow through it. And then, you know, oftentimes they will not bring back scents that are kind of really loved by a lot of people, and not sure why they do that. But, you know, there's pros and cons to Bath and Body Works, but for ease of accessibility and the coupons that they give you and the frequent sales that they have, I really do feel like that tends to be my number one go-to. The second has actually become Goose Creek. Now, I don't think that Goose Creek does everything perfectly. You know, in my last order, it takes quite some time for me to get my orders from Goose Creek, and while I can find some of those candles at my local Burlington Coat Factory, I'm hesitant to buy those because I feel like they're factory seconds. I never feel like they are the same ones that they're selling on the website. So I basically have to order them because there's no Goose Creek candle store. So it takes a long time for the orders to get to me, and shipping it varies in the different parts of the country that you're in, but I feel like that's something new that they started within the last couple of months, because my first order that I placed with them, my shipping and handling was $5.99 and now it's $7.99. It's not a huge difference, but you know, I mean, it's $7.99 across the board, and if you spend $100 or more, it's usually free shipping. So that's not bad. I mean, I can't fault them for that. But I do really like a lot of the fragrances that I've tried from them. For example, their peanut butter sugar is absolutely phenomenal. It's one of my all-time favorite new scents now. I do really also enjoy their vanilla pumpkin waffles and their butter cookie scent. I feel like they tend to do bakery pretty well. There's also a new one called French Autumn that I believe was just released this last fall that I've absolutely fallen in love with, and I actually just placed an order for a bunch of melts from them. The company offers quite a range in terms of the sizes of their candles. They also offer wax melts to accompany all of their candles. I really like that. You know, they're not entirely problem-free candles. Some of them, you know, they can tunnel sometimes, and there will be pockets in the wax where there doesn't seem to be any fragrance. But I think overall, I think they're a really good company and worth checking out if you've never placed an order from them. I think you might really actually enjoy a lot of their fragrances, and for the most part, I mean, I keep reordering from them, so they obviously seem to be doing something right. So not without their flaws, but a pretty darn good company, I would say. Sensi. I really like Sensi, and it took me a long time to get into it. But once I did, I discovered that a lot of their wax melts are really unique scents that tend to last a lot longer than wax melts from other companies. I do have a friend that sells Sensi, and so I'm able to go to her and she kind of knows what I like, and she's able to tell me, no, you're not going to like that, or here, just let me send you a couple of samples before you place a massive order and you can try the fragrances, you know. So Sensi is, I feel like they do bakery melts really well, and I feel like they also do fresh scents really well. The downside is that, you know, there's no Sensi store again. You have to order from a consultant. But if you find a consultant that you really connect with and that isn't super pushy, I feel like that's key, because Sensi people can be really pushy. I've had several email me and just be like, hey, you know, like, can you promote my stuff on your channel? And I'm just like, that's not how it works. You know, I'm already working with someone, and, you know, I feel like they can be really kind of aggressive. So you have to find someone who like isn't in it to like be like the top Sensi seller in like the United States of America. So, but once you find that person, I feel like the consultants are usually really helpful and can give you suggestions and just do a really good job of like selling the product without like shoving it down your throat. So find a good consultant, and I think Sensi is definitely worth trying out. I'll definitely put my Sensi consultant's link down below for you guys if you're looking for someone. Lisa is fantastic, and like I said, she's not pushy at all, which I'm like really big on. Okay, the fourth would definitely be the Better Homes and Gardens wax melts. Not so much the candles, but the wax melts from Walmart. So again, nice ease of accessibility there. There are a couple of fragrances that they have that are just like go-tos for me. The first being the Vanilla Cookie Crunch, which is like a must-have. It is just so good. And a lot of their spring releases this year were absolutely amazing. I never ended up getting any of like the holiday releases really at my local Walmart that I hit up most of the time, but I'm sure if I hit up another one, they would probably have like the entire selection there. So I didn't really smell a lot of like the holiday releases this year, but overall, like the Blushing Pink Petals, there was the Sugared Lavender in the spring that I really fell in love with. I feel like for the price, you're getting a decent quality product, and it's easy to get to, it's easy to find, it's easy to repurchase when you run out. I can usually make one of the, I'll usually use 2 cubes, but, you know, one like serving of the wax melts for me, which is 2 cubes, usually can last me like 2 full days. And that is like having the warmer going at least 5 or 6 hours a day. So, you know, for $2 for like a bar of 6, I feel like that's a really good deal. And they do have a lot of seasonal scents that come out, and I like that I can just go to Walmart and pick them up. So the fourth is actually pretty new to me, but I've tried a couple of their candles now. I still have one more that I need to review for you guys, by the way, but the Aqua Eyes candles, and I can find these really easily at my local TJ Maxx, Home Goods, and Marshalls, and they are fantastic. They are so small. They're a soy-based candle. They're really long burning. The jars are beautiful. They're usually, I think, $12.99 or $13.99 when you find them at like those outlet stores that I just mentioned. They're affordable. They make beautiful gifts, and they pack a lot of punch for being like a one wick, like kind of smaller candle. There's less wax in there than a Bath and Body Works candle, but I would say that the throw on the 2 that I've tried are like on par with a lot of my Bath and Body Works candles. So I'm definitely looking forward to trying more from Aqua Eyes, and I'm actually thinking about ordering maybe even from their website for some scents that I can't find at like TJ Maxx and Home Goods and Marshalls. So anyway, those would be my top 5 that I tend to like gravitate towards the most. Now, there are some other candle companies that I'm looking at trying in the new year to give you guys some different kinds of candle reviews. The first is the 1803 Candle Company. They are a soy-based candle, and they also do wax melts as well. And the reason that I'm thinking about trying them is because my friend Jennifer told me that they're a really great product, and the amount of throw that you get from their candles is really worth like the extra price, and the burn is really clean. You guys know that this past year I really fell in love with Light My Soy, and I was totally bummed when they went out of business, because to me, like, they were like the perfect soy candle company. I just, not everything was perfect that they came out with, but they had so many fragrances that I absolutely loved, and I was bummed. I was just bummed when they went out of business. And so I'm hoping that maybe the 1803 will be my replacement for Light My Soy. So I'm going to try a few of their candles out and their wax melts and let you guys know what I think there. Another candle company that I want to try some more candles from is Village Candle. Now, they can definitely be hit and miss too, I think. There are a couple of candles that I actually am going to be reviewing more towards like early spring for you guys that I purchased last year from Village. But they also have just a huge selection of scents and really delicious sounding ones. They sell quite a few at Home Goods, Marshalls, TJ Maxx, but I kind of, again, with those, just like the Goose Creek, feel like those might be like the factory seconds. So I'm not as apt to want to buy those there, but I might try a few. But I'm also thinking, like, their sales are pretty decent on their website. It might just be worth, buying 3 or 4 to be able to try from the website as well, and then have them come fresh from, like, directly from the company. So another candle company is Our Own Candle Company. So I've never tried anything from them. My friend Stephanie has, and she said that the candles were a little bit sooty from them, but they also have wax melts, and their wax melts are pretty affordably priced. I think it's like $1.75 for like a bar of 4 cubes. So kind of on par with what you would pay at Walmart for the Better Homes and Gardens. So I'm thinking about trying some of their scents because they sound kind of fun, and it seems like they would have some good bakery scents in there that would be nice to mix together maybe. So that's a candle company that I'm looking into. And the last one, the fourth one, comes with a little bit of a like disclaimer. So I had a really bad experience with Colonial Candle when ordering directly from their website this last year. I made a video about it, and I still stand by that in saying that their customer service really is not great at all. However, I do find that their candles are pretty darn good. Now, I'm really lucky in that my friend Meyer carries like almost the entire line of Colonial candles. They also get in a lot of like the seasonal scents. For example, this last fall, they got in the entire like selection of like fall releases. So I'm hoping that that continues to happen. So if I can find them at Fred Meyer, and Fred Meyer usually also has quite a few sales going on, and I can get them on sale, I will definitely try some more Colonial candles to be able to review for you guys. But I just will never order from the website again. Like, I don't want to support the company in that way because they just like, they really did a bad job like with my order this past year. And so I'm just kind of like over ordering from them directly. But Fred Meyer does get all of like the newer candles. They're not a discount chain is what I'm trying to say. So I can definitely pick some up there, especially if they have the new releases. But they also have a large selection of just kind of like their base, like more popular scents as well that they have year round. So anyway, those are the candle companies that I'm looking at trying here in the next year, and the ones that I would probably recommend the most. You'll notice that Yankee Candle was not really mentioned in there. There's always going to be a few Yankee Candles that I will purchase because they have the, I have kind of a sentimental attachment to 3 specific scents. So I will always get those from Yankee, but I'm not going to bother like investing in, like their regular line because I just find that their candles don't perform anymore. So it's really too bad because, again, Yankee Candle is so easily accessible, but I've had to return so many things to them that, and I just always get a hard time at the store. You know, everyone's like, I can't believe you're bringing this back. Like, no one has ever complained about our candles, and it's like, you gotta be kidding me, right? Like, for $27.99, like, I better be able to, like, smell your candle. I'm buying it for home fragrance, not for, like, ambiance. So, anyway, whatever. So, Yankee Candle did not make the list. And I don't think that they will anytime soon unless their product drastically changes and, like, comes back to what it used to be, but who knows. Anyway, I hope that you guys found this video helpful. Leave me your favorite candle companies down below, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.